3.
Hi,
2,
Elusivities.
1.
Happy you're here.
Alright. Here we go. Boom!
Gasp. Imoro 100 has arrived. It's lovely to see you. Happy to see you again, Snowmeth. Funky Sumia's here. Did you bring me any moss? Welcome, Ilostorit Goniono. Pull up a chair. Sup, Big Bite Hand. Archieta. It's a pleasure to see you. Don't look now, but Melamoogle just arrived. They are kind of a big deal.
Hey everybody, how we doing? How we doing? Oh, really? Sorry, server restart. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello Elusive, hello Amoru, hello Snow, hello Somia, hello Door, hello Bigby, hello Arky, hello Mello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I want to go over a few things. I want to go over a few things. One of them has not been tested. Thank you, Somia, for the
Amazing.
resub. Thank you
Funky
so
Sumia
much.
just subscribed to us for another month. That's 33 now.
So I need to go over a few things. Hey, Pupper. All right, I need to go over a few things. So let's do the bits. Um, One, visually, you may have noticed. I still need to fix it on the vertical mobile format, but you may have noticed at the bottom of the screen. There are now 3 gold bars at once instead of just the one rotating between two. I've added a stream funding goal. My income has been down overall for a bit, and the lack of sponsorships going on. So I have reached a point of needing to put that at the forefront of my streams. I only need to make about $25 per stream on average for things to go much better than they have been and feel a little more stable. So I'm putting that on the screen. Hopefully I set that up right, but now there is a stream funding gold bar. That is per stream. So it won't be entirely accurate to everything. Like some days it'll be good, some days it'll be worse. But that is going to be there every stream now, at least for the time being. You can vote on it in the Discord if you're not really a fan of that being up there, things like that. We can work something else out, figure out a way to do it. But yeah, so that is now on the screen. That is a thing. The second thing is, again, there are stickers available now on the merch store. A new sticker sheet is available. Really cute stuff. I get like $2 per sticker sheet. I don't get much, but it is there. It is a thing. So if you want stickers, you can get stickers that are really cool. So whenever Fear, stop yelling at me. Stop yelling. You're laying on the floor next to me. You don't even want attention. You're just laying there screaming. Um, the next thing to point out is there is a new channel point redeem. If you didn't see it last night, I have added the ability to play your own sheet music. This is entirely a function that is available to everybody. It is in the. I'm going to give you an example. I will redeem one of them myself. I have created a channel in the Discord for y'all if you all want to submit your own music to it. But is at the bottom of community submissions. And let me grab one of them. Just so y'all can hear it. I'm doing this through my phone, so it's taking me a little bit longer. But we have added the ability to put your own music up. Where is it? I need to get a better icon for it. But yeah, y'all as viewers can type your own music there if you want. And I thought it was really cool. Oh, BB, are we back to doing this, buddy? Buddy, I love you, but the tail on the keys, we can't be having that. So give me a second, BB. Yeah. You do this and I can't stream because you end up hitting escape on me. Yeah, that was Welcome to the Black Parade. It wasn't the first one. To be fair, it was not the first one. The very first one I set up was Megalovania. We had Megalovania play last night. So there are a handful of them available. I've put 4 of them in the Discord, but I spent a little bit of time yesterday and I programmed the ability for y'all to play music via chat. I'm really proud of it. I did it much faster than I was expecting. It only took me about 30 minutes. But you can do up to 32 notes or rests, to be clear. 32 notes or rests. They combine. It checks the first 32 words submitted, not characters, not anything like that, but first 32 words submitted. Hopefully the tutorial guide on it is like good enough. I had to simplify it for the channel point thing, but yeah, no, I'm proud of it. I think it turned out really cool. Originally, you were also going to be able to choose bass guitar, but for some reason the bass guitar gets weird, and I don't know what's up with that. But hey, we're back on the server. Because I lost all my old stuff, I've lost new terrain. Well, I've lost old terrain. Like, all the pre-render isn't there. And it's sad. So I've got to kind of explore a bit to at least get my own base back. So let's do that. Thankfully, we have Voxy server, which should help speed up some of this. Because, like, the server is only at, like, 8 chunks, I think. Maybe 10. But, because we have Voxy server, if I hang out somewhere like here, right? So, while that is my full render distance... Oh, I don't have zoom tied to anything. I'm going to go into controls, keybinds. I just gonna search for zoom. Yeah, it's on Z. That's camera utilities. That's just zoom. I don't know which one I want. This one? It is. Okay. But I hope everybody's doing all right. It's really hot. I'm melting right now. But I appreciate y'all coming here and hanging out with me this morning. Life's been a mess for me. And then Cleo's not feeling very well. So I'm missing them a little bit. But it's okay. Everything will be fine. But you can see, like, when I sit around, Voxy server is on. So Voxy server every once in a while will be checking chunks around me, and I can do calls to the server to get more. That is one of the big things with this. But I need to kind of explore my base just a little bit to get areas loaded, because as you can see, I've lost my entire map. Which isn't the end of the world, but it does kind of suck. If you've not seen my base before, I worked really hard on trying to get all of the stuff loaded. But we can explore a little bit. So this is out in the ice area of my base. There's not a lot to say about it, but... Did that even throw? That didn't throw, did it? Let me reopen the program. How's it going, Jing? I can walk around while opening that. It threw so bad it hit me. That's one way to look at it. But yeah, we need to explore a little bit. I don't have my over-the-shoulder view set up either, so there's all sorts of like awkward right now with my Minecraft stuff, which we could set up while we do this, but it's not the most important thing. Nice lag spike, appreciate it, game. All my optimizations are missing now as well, and it's just a lot. So we all excited for the cushions? Are we all like hyped up for the cushions that they're adding? I can't even find my tower. Is my tower further over than I thought? Where's my tower? It's very warm today. Where is... Is my tower not normally right here? Or was it over here? Have I forgotten how large my base actually is? This is the part of... This is why it sucks that I lost all the loaded chunks. Because I had towers. Where are my towers? What? I'm so confused. There's a pair of boots out here. There's my tower. Oh, wow. My base is bigger than I thought. Ew. This just shows how long it's been since I've been here. There's no real tower there yet. There's just like little references to them, but yeah, there's that frame drop again. Yeah, my optimization is not set up yet. I'm also like loading in chunks that, I mean, they've already been loaded, but I'm rendering in chunks that aren't in my cache. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through optimization settings and figure all that out again because I lost random things. Okay, there's that one. I thought this one was an orb. I am that lost in my own base right now. This is how long it's been. I apologize it's taking me this long to play again. But yeah, things have just been all over. See, it should be rendering out that way because of Voxy server, but hey bunny, how's it going? Okay, let's go this way. There it is. I'm melting a little bit. It's humid. Like I'm dealing with humidity more than anything right now. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm dealing with a mess of things, but I think I'm generally okay. For a given value of okay. Like my mental health hasn't crashed. I'm stressed out, but my mental health has stayed intact, which I'm gonna count that as a win, right? If I can be dealing with stressful stuff and not be having my my depression take hold, that's a win. Because depression is absolutely brutal. It is not ideal to have just those days where your brain's like, yeah, but what if you didn't exist? I'm like, I don't want those thoughts. I'd rather the world not exist than me not exist, you know? We gotta take we gotta take our happiness from awful people no longer being around. We not from ourselves not having to deal with them, you know? That really isn't working. What? Okay, I gotta figure out why my throwables are broken. Where's my mouse? Oop, oop, oop. Whoa, okay. What's going on? Why are my throwables not doing the throwing? Not there. I need you and you. Open. I'm gonna disconnect you and reconnect you. Okay, it is throwing, but I don't know if it's okay with throwables from events. Like if I just do, yeah, why aren't you throwing? What? Where is okay, okay, that one's fixed. Can somebody make a note for me in the Discord that I'm missing the follow star for the throw for the follow star? I'd appreciate it. Because apparently that one's missing. Where is my mouse? There it is. There we go. I found it. We're good. We're good now, I think. But hello. Hello. I'm having a day with everything. Thank you, Snow. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's that one. I need to go and follow my towers a little bit. I don't need to get right up to them, but Voxy needs to kind of acknowledge they exist. And I've got this line on the ground you can see of torches. And we just need to follow that torch light so we can follow our base edge to reload these chunks. It's going to take too long, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? Any trips? Any video games you play? Any cool food you eat? Anything like that? Ooh, big barbecue. Now you're in the UK. What was at your bar? What constitutes a barbecue for you? Because I know what a barbecue is here, but I feel like our concept of a barbecue is slightly different, and I want to know what you had at your barbecue. But my brain says barbecue does not mean the same thing to both of us. Ooh, green curry. Honestly, if I have curry, green curry's where I'm going. Burgers, sausage, chicken drumsticks, and pork belly slices. Okay, you know what? That's fair. I'm assuming we actually grilled for it too. Fear, why are we yelling? Fear, why are we yelling? Fear, why are we yelling? Hi. No, a barbecue is a grill, so I would assume you grilled it. But I had to check. No, no. 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 Grills are not in the oven. A grill is what an oven rack is. I will give you this much. Like, an oven rack is a grill. But a grill setting is something mimicking a grill. But no, a grill is just fire under a grate. Is what a grill is. So, a barbecue is short for barbecue grill. Like, barbecue is short for barbecue grill. People just don't say the grill part, but it's a barbecue grill. Barbecue is just a specific type of grill. But the grill setting you get in an oven is not actually a grill, which is the funny part. It's like, no, it's just mimicking it. Yeah, so charcoal on brick, and then you have the grate would be a barbecue grill. Pretty much. I think barbecue is specifically the having the lid over it. I might be wrong on this, but I think barbecue is basically you have the lid that you can contain it in. If we're being what a barbecue is, but going to a barbecue is you have grilled food. Yeah. Like, going to a barbecue and a barbecue are slightly different technically, but I don't think anybody cares. I don't think that bit of information is relevant to like saying you went to a barbecue. I don't like that you're calling it a cake rack. You're allowed to. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like cake rack. But yeah, no, it's just it's a very minor thing. It doesn't matter. I want to be clear here. I'm not bothered by you calling it that. It's just conversation. Oh, you actually used a cake cooling rack. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, metal's metal as long as the coating on it is okay for the heat. Right, because that's where I'd be worried. Like I would actually be cautious if I did that because there are like cake cooling racks that have a slight like coating on them that may not be resistant up to the same temps of having direct flame. That'd be my only concern in doing that. Otherwise, I agree with the idea of it. It's just you got to make sure you've got one that's just like it's just metal. Like okay, cool. We're still trying to reload these chunk. Hello, pupper. Coating's been burned up here. Fair. Yeah, I hope everybody's had a decent one. And I feel you on that, Big B. Okay, so I want to talk to people about this. I want to know if anybody else experiences this because this is a newer thing for me, and I don't think it's a medical issue. But maybe it actually is. But I'm not going to WebMD something because we all know everything's a medical issue with WebMD. So my left ankle has been getting sore. And I believe it's from how I'm sitting. I believe I'm sitting and putting weight on my left leg, causing it to be sore. But basically what's been happening is I am dealing with my ankle being sore, but it's my ankle that is more flexible than the other. So because it's more flexible, I think I'm cutting off the blood flow more easily because of it. And it's a real pain in the butt. Because it's just like, well, my ankle hurts for just like a minute when I get up because I've been putting pressure on my left leg. I've been sitting cross-legged more. Don't know why. But yeah, I've been putting weight on it and it's like, But he's one of those things where my left ankle has always been slightly more flexible than my right, and now it's coming back to bite me. And the only reason I bring that up is because I'll do like stretches, and it's like when it hurts, I'll stretch, and then it's like, oh yeah, forgot this one's more flexible. Okay, we've almost made it to circle the entire base, and then we'll. Everything in between should be fine because, like I said, we're running on the server. We have Voxy servers, so every once in a while it'll send data over to Voxy so that Voxy can see those chunks. But I need to get the missing areas in. Also, I want to thank everybody again who hung out last night for Jackbox. I'm trying to make it a weekly thing, so every Saturday night we'll be playing Jackbox again and hanging out and having fun times. I apparently threw a bunch of stuff down there. And I haven't loaded this area. But yeah, I at least want to get my map loaded. Injured their pair from trying to push it as far as yeah, that's the thing. It's just my ankle. I'm not a very flexible person. I never have been. I think I'm gonna blame the fact that I've been playing video games most of my life and not actually going out and doing things that I should. I have been unhealthy for a long time. No, but no, I've been into video games forever. I think there's always something interesting about that technology that you don't really get elsewhere. And it has been one of those things that just kind of keeps me. How do I get up this hill? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a Cameron? Is it a Cameron? Oh, yeah. No, that I can see being an issue. I did do Wii Fit for a while, with my streams, actually, a few years ago. It's one of those things I'd kind of like to bring back, but I'll be real, I hate my Wii. I hate, not my Wii, I hate, Ring Fit, not Wii Fit. I did Wii Fit as well. I hate the Switch. I don't think it's a good console. I think there are games on it that are fine, but I don't care for Nintendo in general. Controversial, I know. I don't care for Nintendo in general. I think their hardware is always kind of lacking on it, which can be fine. Like, having the hardware isn't always the most important thing. But I think that the Switch itself was a bit of a mess. Oh, yeah, no, and see, that I think is a big thing, Snow. Movies exist, movies are... Movies are a condensed form of media. It's kind of like how TV shows are actually... Whose fox is this? Not mine. Fox has a leaf. But yeah, the Wii Fit goes off of BMI, and I would like a workout game that does not use information that isn't actually, you know, medically sound. Because for those who don't know, BMI is BS. So when a thing goes, oh, but here's your BMI, like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to know that. I just want to exercise and for it to go, oh, here's the exercise you did. Good job. That's all I want. I don't need this the BMI bunk shown to me, you know? Okay, so we circled our base. But you can see we're still kind of missing chunks. But if I drift through here, hopefully we'll be in the area long enough to get the rest of our base, which should just be right across here. I think there's a hill here, though. Hey, look, there's a trial chamber down there on the left. Yeah, there's the hill. Thinking about that, that is the hill there. But just going through here, another fox. Yeah, I just want to get this chunk of the map loaded. And then we can figure out what we're doing today. Because I don't really have a plan. I knew I needed to boot up Minecraft again. I missed a single chunk over here. I knew I needed to boot up Minecraft again. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna focus on getting Minecraft booted up. We're gonna try and hang out a little bit. Okay, so I'm missing a few spots. We're gonna go straight south here. Or west. I forgot my base is sideways. The thing is, I don't know why I forgot my base is sideways to me mentally. Because I designed it that way on purpose. I designed it with the sun in mind. I want the sunrise and sunset to be in a specific direction. And I just blanked on it. Like, I keep blanking on it repeatedly. And it's like, why? Did this on purpose. I want the sun to rise in one direction. I want it to, like, I want everything to make sense with that. I wish I had the focus to finish that orb. I need to finish the orb. I need to work on the thing above it as well. The circle above it. I need to do so much. I need to do so much. I need this to be my mindless game again. And I think the problem was, like, Spirit Crossing has kind of filled that void for me to do mindless stuff, and it shouldn't be that. Because I won't be playing that once they start charging. So I don't want that in that spot. Oh, oh. So, did you hear the news regarding Mojang, well, Minecraft specifically, from Microsoft? Because this is funny for them to admit. Microsoft's gaming branch would have gone under if not for Minecraft. Minecraft has been funding everything else they do. So when people talk about this how Microsoft has all this money, yeah, people are only getting Game Pass really to play Minecraft. They're not actually buying Minecraft. They've been getting Game Pass and then Minecraft as a result of it. They're not actually getting anything else. So all that funding that they've been getting from people playing Minecraft through it has been how they've been keeping their gaming branches afloat. But that's also why when people talk about all this funding, all this money and stuff that Microsoft has, but the updates for Minecraft have been so small and blah, blah, blah. It's because they've been taking all of the money that Mojang is making them and putting it in other projects instead of giving it into Mojang. Like all of the money that they've had, it's just been a thing of, yeah, we're gonna take your money and use it on this other thing, and it's like that's what you've been doing here. We're gonna go back to our storage. I did fix Mari's texture. I had the random mobs texture on, and I forgot I need to turn that off to fix Mari. So Mari's fine again. We need to go to Bridge to Nowhere, which will put us way out here, and we're gonna make the walk back. This one's gonna take a bit. But yeah, no, so Microsoft basically admitted that Minecraft is their only moneymaker. Nothing else has been making them money. And I think they had kind of a big realization with how they did at TwitchCon and how much attention it got. So we will probably see a chunk more attention go to that, but I love the giant orb. Like, this is the thing. I think every base should have something that makes it stand out, especially on servers and where you've got your where you've got other people playing on it, where you've got Voxy, where people can see way off in the distance. You need something that makes your base stand out on the horizon. Yeah, BB. BB says hello. And I think the orb does just that really well. Hi, BB. Oh yeah, no, the Microsoft stuff is not surprising, but it's funny to actually finally have them admitting it in some capacity, you know? Where they're like, yeah, we haven't been giving it enough. It is slightly broken. I do need to finish. It's one of those things where it's so boring to do. I fully welcome y'all to get on the server and help me place the glass. I'd have to help you set up the build guide, but like, y'all are more than welcome to help me place all that glass. Yes, BB. Hello. Hello. I love you, BB. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, I need to fix the throwing star. My stream avatars are gone. Hello? No one told me. I looked over like, why is the landscape so barren? I'm opening it. It's fine. I need to have that on, especially for when people join teams. Because if people join the teams and they're not there, there they are. There we go. If people join the teams and they're not loaded in, who is floating up there? What happened? Why are you the wrong dimensions? What's going on? What's happening? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I can't click the disconnect button. Something got broken. One sec, I can't see chat or anything while I try to fix this. But the program takes up my whole screen. Eh. 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 Hopefully it's fixed. Thank you, Gigu. I designed the outfit. So I designed the outfit is inspired by Dot Hack and Shangri-La Frontier. I didn't draw the artwork. That was drawn by Myra the Farmer, but the outfit is my design. I did actually. So I went to. This is lore for those who don't know. I did go to college for fashion and fine arts. I did drop out. But the goal was to become a character concept artist for video games and whatnot. So character design, game design is something I've always pursued. But the outfit is one of those remnants of design. What's really fun, Kiku, since you're new here, for those who are not aware that this is a thing, my model will change over the course of time. I've seen a lot of people not realize this, but my model changes over the course of the stream. Specifically the markings, but that is part of my model. Like they're moving right now as you watch things. You can, if you pay very close attention, you can tell. But it becomes more obvious like every 10 minutes if you look back, go, oh wait. Yeah, my model is constantly evolving and changing. All my keys are wrong. Can I options, video setting, nope, options, controls, keybinds. Ow! Rude. That one? There we go. Got my camera. Hey, Finn. Yeah, no, I worked really hard on trying to make my streams as interesting, interactive, all that fun stuff, adding special features. And I'm tiny. And I'm down here now. Well, I'm up here, but I'm off in the distance. It's I just realized with the zoom on that, it's almost like you're throwing me into space. All right, how are we looking? Okay, so we've loaded that line in. We need to go to the left yet. We need to load in that area. But yeah, I focus on trying to get the interactivity stuff. Does anybody that's in the Discord want to try?
Snowmith demands a spicy bean. My condolences.
Rude. Alright, what are we spinning? What are we spinning? Hey, Greg's. Jalapeno.
Eat the bean. I don't know how to say this one, but jalapeno, I think.
You'll learn it eventually, Mari. Ah! The tiny baggie opened. All right, got it. Ah! But yes, we added the spinner because I made a spinner and it had no use. I had no use for the spinner. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll make a new spinner, or I'll find it. I think it was it Snow that suggested using the spinner? I think it was Snow that suggested using that spinner. But yeah, I needed a use for it. So the spinner got suggested to be utilized for the spicy beans instead of the dice roll.
Jalapeno, when spelled incorrectly, I pronounce correctly, like a silly goose.
Yeah. So Mari's TTS for some reason reads jalapeno as jalapeno, but jalapeno as jalapeno. How we looking? Okay, still got to load a bit this way. Mari is very backwards. But no, there's a lot of stuff I do. A lot of the integration and stuff I've pulled off is through Streamloots. There is a link if somebody wants to do exclamation loots or exclamation Streamloots or exclamation SL in chat. I would appreciate it. So I can't drop that right now since I'm being chased. I am just trying to load bits of the map. Thank you. But if you check out Streamloots, I've built in a lot of integration through Streamloots that has allowed me to customize my stream in a lot of fun ways. It did allow me to go full time, but this is where I need to bring this up. Sales on that have been considerably down, and as sales on that have been considerably down, so has my ability to pay bills. So we have added, as of today, we have added the stream.
Melamogul, you're the best
funding
thing since
goal.
sliced moss, but it isn't even close.
We have added the stream funding goal now to the bottom of the screen. The stream funding goal that you can see down there is it's only $25 per stream. That's all my goal is. Every stream I do, just the goal is to raise $25. And that's through Ko-fi or through Ko-fi or Streamlabs or Stream Elements or yeah. So any of those will add up and they will add to that goal. So it's all nice little ways you can help out the stream. Obviously, zero pressure to do so, but it does help me pay my bills. I'm still trying to learn Spanish.
Hola, soy Dora.
Hola, soy Dora. Viper, no swiping. Noir is terrifying at light, but when we invert it, it's fine. And for anybody curious, this is actually happening to my game. This is not just an overlay effect. This is actually changing my game for me. There are also ones that directly affect my player in-game, summon things in Minecraft specifically, all that fun stuff. I think I can warp back to my storage, though. Yeah. I think we loaded everything. We loaded everything but that chunk, so I need to go over to the tower. Go to the lighthouse. We missed one little chunk. Hello, Tiny Bee. Ow. Hey, Fuji. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I don't like having the stream funding goal on screen. I'm not a fan of having to do that, but I've reached kind of a point where and I hate to like kind of focus on money as a conversation topic, but I still owe on my taxes from last year, which means I have nothing set aside for next year. And I still owe $500 on this computer over the next 2 months. So, money is going to be a rough spot for me. So at least putting the goals and stuff there on screen for each stream, I think is just kind of a vital thing for me to do, sadly. And just be very transparent about where I'm at. Because with Stream Element sponsorships no longer being a thing, that is about $1,000 per month bit of funding that I no longer have. Because for those who were unaware, those sponsorships were the majority of my income. So without any replacement in sight, I'm kind of SOL. So yeah. So it's just sadly been something that I need to I need to deal with in one way or another. Because I don't know what to do. There aren't jobs in my area available that are not factory work, which I have trauma over, don't ask, or supervisor positions. So I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. I can't look for those. I can't do those. I should try and do art more often. I think that's kind of one of the best things I could do is probably try and do more art streams and then maybe do commissions. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. All right, we need to slightly tour my base. So let's go to the entrance. So if you've not seen, the entrance right now is still down here. Nothing new has appeared. I still love that. There's our blow high. Love the blow high. But we go in, go over here, go to the warp pad. Whoop! And then we end up here. The music auto plays. Yeah, I did factory work for about a decade. But I did over 2 years of 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I lost my ability to properly sleep. I lost most of my friendships, things like that. It just all kind of fell apart. And it put me in a position where where my brain just kind of snapped and I could no longer get out of bed. Everything just kind of gave up in my body. So it just, yeah. And I left that job because, like, I left that job and I ended up going, well, I've got factory experience. I'll get a job at a different factory, whatever, no big deal. I did their training. I did the training fine. Like, they had like a week of training seminars, videos, tests, things like that I had to do. Did 1 day on the job, and the next day my legs wouldn't work again. I couldn't get up. I could not get myself to get up to go. And my body shut down again. It's like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. And then I ended up working at a movie theater for a bit, but it was an hour away from where I live. And the trips were not ideal for the hours I was getting. I found a job that was closer. I did the closer job for a while. It wasn't awful, but I kept having management lie or not giving me hours, and then COVID fit, and tap the screen. If you don't like the vertical format of the stream, tap the screen and change the layout. You have the option. It's a drop down. If you don't like the vertical format, just turn off the vertical format. Don't. You got to think of how that looks though, Undead. Like when you come in, I'm not saying you meant it in a mean way, and I understood what you meant, but imagine coming into stream, somebody streaming, going, "Your stream looks like shit. How do I change it?" Like, just mind the wording a little bit, okay? Because it can look really bad to some people, you know. Like, all good, but I just need to point that out. Like, people are gonna, if you do, if it wasn't me, somebody would probably have been pissed. Yeah, but that reads as, your stream looks like shit. How do I fix it? Instead of just going, is there a way I can turn off the vertical layout? which people would go, oh yeah, you just do this. I knew what you meant, but I see it all the time. It's just like, it can read wrong to some people. Is all I'm letting you know. I understood what you meant. I'm just saying some people may not read that the same way. So I'm just giving you a heads up that some people, like, there are people I know that would like just ban somebody for commenting like that. That's all. Because people try to guard their peace, and that can be one of those things. Anyway, those who haven't seen it, this is my Adventurers Guild that I've built so far. Like, everything in my base is white, and then I paint things in as I feel the need. I'll replace walls, things like that, change stuff out. But this is my Adventurers Guild. I'm really proud of the Adventurers Guild. I bumped the wrong thing, and it apparently put me into creative. That was weird. We've got our guild here. We've got our 3 clerks. This is Edelmira. She doesn't leave. She just stays there forever. I totally don't have her attached to a lead where she can't leave. But who left the door open? But yeah, this is the Adventure Guild entrance. Go here, we can go up, we can go to some of the rooms. They're not all intended to be used, but we have rooms up here. And that loops around, or we can go into the back, which this leads to where they are. Not really meant to go in there. We can go up here, go up here. And then we've got our kind of guild masters area. We've got this over here. We've got a little enchanting table over here. We've got our bookshelves here that you can see from the outside. Big old window. Go up here, go over here. Got our dome. Got a little room off this side. And there's a bed. So right now there's not a lot here. I don't really have plans. We've got white concrete. I was building more building shapes last stream. So we were trying to kind of get the curbside shape of everything going on. Of different like buildings and stuff to kind of get this city vibe going, because we are building an entire city in this. So figuring out where the roads are going to be, where the layouts of each building is, to really give this shape. And then we're going to have to start building some of these up higher, some of these lower, keep all the curves, all the shape going on, so we can get a really crowded feel. Because one of the big things I try to talk about a lot is you really want to make sure your eyes are kind of always darting around if you want people to get lost in something. And I really want to get them to get lost in this city. Is one of the big like things that I've been working on. So you get these buildings where you go, oh hey, and then you see some light. You can go this way, go over here, and there's a door. It doesn't go anywhere right now, but you get the idea. Like you want people to get lost. You want people to want to explore. You get people going this way, and you go, oh, what's this? And you end up in a little courtyard. Which at night, this will spawn a whole bunch of fireflies. We're not there yet, but I'll try and show that off when we hit nightfall. Let's see. I've got this road going off this way. Yeah, you can toggle it. So as far as like terms go, the one that I use for my title, for honorifics, I use magus, which is short for magister or magistrate or whatever, but magus, which also makes it sound like I'm a wizard. But I like using it because I can use MG as my honorific, and I get to make the joke about, like, with MG as my honorific, I also violently explode in water. Ooh, nice, Taiga. I want sushi. I haven't had sushi in ages. Can't afford sushi. Sushi is expensive. Expensive! At least when you're not near any oceans. Though, if you live near the ocean, you live in a higher cost per living. It's a whole balance. Like, it's still expensive, but it's a different expensive. Okay, let's see. If we've got... What do I want to do? Do I want to work on circles? Do I want to try... I need to go up there. You're right, Beard. Let's go. I need to get the center point of this sorted out, is what I need to do. Because, like I said, I recently had to reset the PC this is on, so I've lost a lot of things. Welcome, Jackal. I need to get... I don't have a keybind for you, do I? Actually, are you still set up? No. Okay, so in my keybinds... controls. Keybinds. I have somewhere in here... is it just under build? Open build guide. You. Up arrow. Done. Okay, so build guide. Enable. So build guide is very useful. I used to have a bunch of shapes in here. I have lost all my shapes. This is a real pain in the butt. We're going to delete the one that's there by default. It's like the Blender cube. You always delete it. We're going to add a sphere. I will set the global origin right now. But now we need to move this. I believe it is... I think it's think it was 3. And then we need to go... Oh, that's up and down. I need to go... There. Okay. So, that is the center of the world. That is the center of the world. Now, we need to go up on top of the overlook. So this is on top of my base. For those who don't know. My base...
I think someone rang the doorbell.
They did not, Mari.
Would you mind checking if it's my bone delivery?
We will as soon as I get this build guide set up. So, we are on top of my base. You should, Taiga. That will also help you sleep. For those who don't know, Taiga does not take his iron as much as he should. So, trying to regularly encourage him to take his meds is important. And a good habit to get into, especially for when he wants to be on his own. We do a little call out. But yeah, so we've got our base here. We've got our orb. I need to get the orb lined up again, and I don't remember the dimensions. I think it's 125, but I don't remember. So our goal right now... We're going to be clicking this for a bit. Streamloots is great. Streamloots is honestly a fantastic service. A lot of its stuff doesn't... the Stream... Just as a note, the Streamloots plugin is not up to date and does not work. So if you're doing anything with their plugin, that does not work. The other thing I will mention with Streamloots that I think is important to understand is... the best way to get it to work that I have found is combining it with the bot Mix It Up. Mix It Up is one that I have used for a long time. This is wrong. Are you a dome? What is going on here? None of that's right. You're a sphere. Your radius is set, but you don't seem like a sphere to me. Is something wrong here? Or am I just... oh, okay. Well, something is wrong. I apologize for the flashing, everybody. It shouldn't be that bad, but it's there. Okay, we need to move this up. Oh, I'm sorry, Taiga. Okay, I think it's like that. Okay, it was definitely 75. Right there? Am I lined up? That looks lined up. Are we actually lined up? The one problem with this sphere that I will admit to, it's technically, I technically screwed it up. So we're lined up on top, but the bottom is wrong now. I appreciate the lurk fee. So that is now properly lined up for the top. If we go and do the bottom, it needs to go the other way. But I needed to get that back in. So that is all there and correct and proper. Now, when we find the hole, you know what? Let's grab some glass. Where are we at? There we are. In we go. Now I'm gonna do something that's like apparently horrible. I'm gonna throw all of this crap on the floor because we don't need it. For those unaware with how the server works, we have a lot of minor quality of life mods, but you can see we're good on resources for everything. Bones are the slowest thing I think I've got going on here. Still haven't made it to the second thing for pumpkin pies, but pumpkin pies are slow. But we need glass. Glass is over here. Glass is one of the more expensive ones. Oh, I need to, before I forget, I need to also grab our building blocks with our skulk. So let's grab a row of that. And then we'll go over here. There's one row of glass. And then we need to go to our old storage, which I believe is where we currently are storing our... No, where am I storing the dye? Right here. Grab that. Forget where my crafting bench is every time. There it is. I need to sort this area. Yep. Cool. Let's go back up to the I actually don't need to do this from the overlook. But we do need to take a quick break. Mari did mention we need to run ads, and Mari is right. We also need to get up and stretch, and this is a good reminder to literally everybody, get up, stretch, wiggle around, move your arms, move your legs, take care of yourselves, get some water, and go to the restroom. You're also probably slouching, so if you're not going to take any of the advice, at least sit up straight. I will catch you all in 3 minutes, though. You won't miss anything. I do sadly have to turn the clips off right now. The site that I use for that is lagging and breaking. And until their servers sort themselves out, we're not going to have any clip montages, so I do apologize on that front. But again, get up, stretch, all that fun stuff. We will be right back. You won't miss anything, I promise, and I do apologize to anybody who just got here. Hi, Kella. But I'll see y'all very soon. Be right back. Hello? I'm back. Sorry, it took me. I was a little late, I think, coming back. Not too bad, but oh no, Tyga. I need more energy in my music. Sorry if anybody was enjoying the low energy. A little bit more. A little more volume. There we go. Ah. But hello, I hope you got up and wiggled. I hope you got up and wiggled. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay. So I need to pick this corner right here. This corner. Because I need to start doing some of this. There's so many ways that I can work on this, but... Oh, yeah, you can see the particles starting to form because I'm close to the one. But yeah, I need to build more of this glass. I need to build the glass up. And... you know what? I'm gonna go from the bottom. The bottom is the easier one, so we're gonna drop it down 1. Because it is actually 1 taller than wide because I screwed up and I was too far along for me to find it worth it to fix because even I can't tell that it is taller. And technically, from an optical illusion standpoint, if you're down below looking up, you things will be squished. So by doing this, I actually made it more spherical. So, we're gonna do that. We need to go there, there, there. Is that broken? That might be broken. Let me do that again. Crap. All of those are gonna be broken then. Can you put a note in the Discord for me, Snow, that that Minecraft Streamloots cards are broken? I am sad about that. All I think it is I need to fix the they all go through an IP address because of my dual PC setup. And what's happening there is that basically the IP likely changed on my new computer. So they're not gonna work. I will refund that card to you. But yeah, it's the IP change, so I need to fix the port that it's sending to. We're just trying to give the card back. But yeah, little bug. That's the thing. There's gonna be like little things that didn't quite work when I had to swap the PC over. They're not like the worst things, but they do exist, you know. So we deal with what we deal with. We sort it out as we go. My scroll wheel doing a double scroll on me. Fantastic. Totally makes this easier. I wish there was a way to keybind right hand and left hand separately in Minecraft. I think it'd be very interesting to be able to keybind them separately. I guess in theory it's possible because the VR does it. There's probably there's mods I'm sure that do it, but the base game does have VR support, at least in Bedrock. So they should be, like, it should be fully possible. Okay. Oh, we need to go there and there. This is where I get to do that fun thing. If I ever do these like long build projects and you see this and you think, why does Cameron move kind of weird with the mouse? I'm playing with a trackball. I don't use a regular mouse. I trackball. Screw it, we trackball. Okay, that one goes there. Not bad. Not bad, Finn. I heard 3 blind mice at the beginning, though. I don't know what we were going for, but it was good. It was a song. It was Hot Cross Buns, so it's 3 blind mice. Let's go. Because aren't 3 blind mice and Hot Cross Buns the same? I believe they're the same. Or at least very close. It's like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star being the alphabet. There we go. Burp, 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 and a 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 burp. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know, OBC. I don't know music. I'm tone deaf. You saw me play Master Reboot all those years ago. You saw me get stuck on that music puzzle. My longtime viewers and friends will know of an infamous YouTube video I did way back in the day of me playing a game called Master Reboot, in which I got right after getting jump scared horribly when I knew it was coming, and I'm angry about it. They had a music puzzle that was a piano, and I had to fast forward the sequence because I was stuck on it for over half an hour, and it was just like 6 notes, and I had to play them in order. I'm tone deaf. So the fact I've added a music redeem to my channel is... oh. But I spent the time transferring the chords over last night on a couple different songs for y'all in the Discord. I did the Fairy Fountain song. I did the Fairy Fountain song. I did Megalovania. I did Lavender Town is in there. And Welcome to the Black Parade. Because Rat King was trying to do Welcome to Black Parade last night, and I'm like, oh, I'll figure it out. Raiders! Hello! Hey, Eviscerator, how's it going? Hope your stream went alright. Hello, hello. I hope your stream went well. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. It's going all right. I've got things I'm missing that I had before, just because my PC lost a bunch of stuff, so I don't have a lot of my keybinds in place. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We're just working on my giant sphere right now. You've not seen the giant sphere. No, so music sounds fine. I love music. I can't read music. I can't tell audibly if something is necessarily a higher. I can't tell how much higher pitch. Like if I hear a note and then I'm in somebody go like if I hear an A and then somebody plays a C and then I hear an A and somebody plays a D, I don't know which one of those is higher pitched when I hear it. I can't relay those back. I also have no sense of rhythm, so my timing is purely visual. So like I was decent at Guitar Hero growing up, but it was all based on visual timing, not actually having the rhythm of the game. So tone deaf and rhythm, it's all there. I just can't separate anything into anything like tangible for me to recreate myself or things unless I'm just copying sheet music down. I can copy sheet music and go, that sounds right, but yeah. But to everybody who is new here, hello everybody. My name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they them. I'm a chill variety streamer who focuses on indie, interactive, and games you may have never heard of before. This one falls under the interactive category. Except my interactions are broken, which is fun. All my streams are interactive though in their own way through Streamloops cards and things like that. Yeah, tone deaf really just comes down to I can't differentiate pitch of things, and musical things tend to be winging it. And it may manifest a bit differently for other people, but for me, it's just like if you told me I was having this moment. I was having this moment yesterday. So if somebody wants to do the music redeem for this will be funny. Do just A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Ooh, nice. I love it that was held. I'm gonna approve it, but I love it that was held. I want you to know, Eviscerator, that was held because you said beat off. Yeah, I can still enjoy music. Like music is great. I love music. I love listening to music. I just have no talent for it. Is really what it comes down to. It's like enjoying a painting but having no talent for painting, you know? Like it's an art form that is beyond my skills. Like reading. I'm dyslexic. Reading is beyond my skills. I still appreciate books. Just got to go with the audio form. And even then, I can still read. It's very hard to read sizable things because I have to reread words a lot in it to sort things out. Because every word is a very quick puzzle, basically. Oh, yeah, no, school sucked. I basically did all of school with a C average, except for art class. So, yeah. Like, it's fine. Like, I think it's given me kind of a stance of I can understand the work, I can do the work, I can figure it out. The nice thing is, because of whatever brand of neurodivergent my brain goes through, I can predict most books, like, that I needed to read. Like, just off of the general context and probability and stuff. So the book quizzes we had to do, because we had to read so many books, we had to read like a book a month and take tests on it. I always just picked a random book and read the summary of it, and then just kind of guessed my way through the test to get enough points to pass. Eh. Yeah, that one can stay held there. But yeah, no, it's. Oh no, see, it's definitely because sexual terms of what you did there. But more compassion for others who also struggle. I only started enjoying reading when I grew up a lot. So, I think the thing is, like, I think the bigger thing to me is I have more compassion as a person to those who admit they are struggling. I think the thing that gets me is when people act like everybody struggles, so there's no point complaining. And it's like, no, you're allowed to complain. So I think that's where my stance has really come down to is, sure, maybe everybody does struggle, but that doesn't mean your experiences are any less valid than anyone else's, you know? So I think it says a lot about people for how they respond to other people struggling. And I think that's where a lot of what I'm at. Yeah, like a lot of books, and I don't know if it's my ADHD. I don't know if I actually am autistic in some fashion. There's been a handful of armchair psychologists who think I probably am, and you know what? That's fair. Doesn't change anything. I'm still me, you know. For a lot of the way I handle my bits of neurodivergent. I don't know what specific. I know some neurodivergence I have. I have depression. I have anxiety. I have trichotillomania. I have dermatillomania. I have mild schizophrenia issues related to the depression issues. But yeah. Oh no. Here's the thing, Eviscerator. If you want a game that is going to get you banned for trying to put it in your title, Super Lesbian Animal RPG. You are not allowed to put the word lesbian in your title. Okay. Yeah, you can list the game. You can list the game as your game, but you cannot put lesbian in your title. I don't think you can put gay in your title either. But there is a reason for this. And it is outdated. It is an outdated thing. I want to be clear here. There is a reason for this. This has been something that's been around for since I think even Justin TV had it banned. And it's something that has overhung. But I do want to explain this because this isn't actually a slight against Twitch for this. But I do think they should reassess it and find out if this is something that they should continue to keep held. But the reason for it is that basically people would put in words like gay or lesbian and things in their titles to get people to click on their stream and basically get people to think it's porn. So people were abusing having that in their title. So they moved that off the title because people were abusing it. And I get why they did it, but this is why I'm saying it should be reassessed. I don't use Lightmatica, so I don't know. This is to note though. This is a thing that has been around. How old's my account? That long. 16 years? Like I said, it was a pre-Twitch thing. It was a Justin TV thing. It's not ideal, but it is understanding human nature, right? People would also look for it to target people, but the fact that they allow them in channel tags kind of negates their own argument. You know, like if you're gonna allow it oh, down we go. If you allow it in channel tags, you're kind of not doing anything by not allowing it in the title. But I always go to check it whenever I go to play Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Fantastic game, by the way. If you've never played it, I highly recommend it. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is a great game. Yeah. It was originally called Super Lesbian Horse Adventure, and it was a My Little Pony fan game. until they got DMCA'd by Hasbro. Have a good one, Eviscerator. Take care of yourself. To be fair, I would count this as a good thing for the developer, because Super Lesbian Animal RPG ended up selling, and it was something they were able to sell, because they wouldn't be able to sell it under Super Lesbian Horse Adventure, because that would be the characters in it were directly they were My Little Pony characters, right? They wouldn't have been able to sell it, even if they were allowed to keep having the game out. They would not have been able to sell it. Once they removed the My Little Pony references in it, they were able to sell it, make money, and actually do things. The Fighting Herds. You're talking about Fighting Herds. Fighting Herds is another one they did take down. However, again, this worked out in their favor. They ended up creating a new one. They even worked with Lauren Faust to design new characters for it. But they were able to sell it, make money off of it, and all that fun stuff. So fan games can be a great way to start learning something, but you should be prepared at any point to have to remove the characters, replace them with your own unique stuff. View them as placeholders or something, you know? So that way you can create something that is unique to you, something you can sell, even if you weren't planning on it. I think it's good to think long-term in case you change your mind. Would you like to be able to sell this title in the future, you know, and not get sued into oblivion? AM2R. I don't know what AM2R is. Another match. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like being aware of what you're doing, how you're going to be perceived by the public, things like that. Like even as a reference here, there is a Katamari fan game that exists. This is an older one. This is back when there was still only really 2 Katamaris. There was a game for PC made in Unity that exists called The Wonderful End of the World. And The Wonderful End of the World is a Katamari Damacy fan game, essentially. This was made by... I don't remember specifically which group, because this gets kind of weird. It was made by Dejabon Games. Dejabon Games went on to make Ah for the Awesome, but their company split in 2 at some point. They are also Alchemy Labs. Alchemy Labs is the people behind Job Simulator. So, yeah. So it's fan games. Fan games are an important thing, but like the Wonderful End of the World thing, they never put the prince in it. They just kept the core concept of it and made it their own, rather than trying to fully do the thing. I have plans for a game I want to make, and I've talked about this many times. But it is at its core a Katamari fan game. But I'm not going to put Katamari characters directly in it, right? I'm going to make a fan game that is clearly inspired by, but it's not going to be that game, because like that's not okay. Like you've gotta think, like you're just gonna create more work for yourself if you gotta reskin things. Will it have apples? Maybe. Apples weren't really in the plan, but there's no reason we can't. And the game does plan to have stickers, so we could have stickers of apples at the very least, right? One thing I want to do, though, I've mentioned this before. I want people to be able to, for the game I want to make, I want to have the ability for people to paint stickers for it. And then those stickers will apply themselves to the world. And then when players look at that, it'll link to the artist, or it'll show their, like, the username of the artist, so people can actually look up the creator of whatever art they're looking at. So if, say, Taiga drew an apple and I put that in there, I could have it say Taiga eats everything when you look at it, right? So that would, or like at Taiga Eats Everything. So people go, oh, that's Taiga. Okay. So now then you can look up on socials that same name and see what pops up. Right. So just adding in that ability for people to be able to find stuff, I think is such a thing that should exist in more games. You shouldn't have to like hunt for it. Just if I look at something, put it in the lower left corner, right? Administrator, go to bed. Take your nap. Appreciate you lurking, but take your nap. But yeah, I need to get the hang of Godot. I really do. It's been on my queue of things to work on for a while. I want to convert my entire overlay into Godot. I am still dropping frames. I don't know what's going on. It's occasional. It's not as bad as it was last night. Last night we lost like a couple hundred. I updated my drivers after the stream. We've only dropped 15 this stream, so it is doing better, but I still don't know what's causing it. Now, some of it could have been caused by the stream avatar's restart as well, though, so I do need to keep that in mind. Rebooting programs that take way too much memory when they're booting up happens. There we go. Go on over here. But yeah, I want to make a... The best way I can describe it is Katamari meets web fishing is the game I want to make. Here's the funny part. The main inspiration for the game is literally a Katamari game I never got to play. And it is considered lost media. But it is heavily inspired by the game Katamari Damacy Online, which was a Korea-only mobile game that disappeared from existence. And there's no known copies of it or anything out there. So people can't check the assets, people can't do much of anything with it. It is completely lost media. Which is sad, but it is one of those things where it's like that's what I want, that's what I'm inspired by, right? So if that's what I'm inspired by, I'm gonna have to look at what weird clips I can see from it and make it work. I have gone too far up. This could be a problem. If I hit this, how much did I screw up? We still good? Looks like we're still good. I'm not supposed to be in the top half of this with the placement I've got. So I need to make sure nothing got placed wrong. So we're good right now, but I'm not supposed to be up that far. With this area, because otherwise I'll start misshaping the sphere. That's not good. That's not good, Taiga. Thankfully, chargers aren't as expensive as they used to be, but that's still not good. There. 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 Okay. No! That's nearby. Is it right there? Yeah, so it's right underneath. Yep, there and there. I'm trying not to miss any, but it will happen. But if I can get it. Da-ba-dum. Actually, I'm thinking about this, right? So I've got this in the correct spot. There was a dome. There's a dome option. I want it negative y, right? There. Now I don't need to move it. Because that's the correct position for the dome in negative y. Is there a way to duplicate? I don't think they have a way to do this. I'd like to duplicate this. But I think I just have to do another sphere. And go back to this one. 224. And click that one. 224. Go over here. 5200, 3, and 75. 5200, 3, 75. Then positive y, and then we go up 1. I think. The height is wrong. Why is the height wrong? 224. And then up 1. There we go. So now I've got my entire sphere there. We only really have mixed trash here, Taiga, so I can't answer that question for you. Sadly, that is going to depend fully on your country's laws. The US is really weird about everything. So I can't give you a good answer there. We have a lot of you shouldn't situations, like you shouldn't throw batteries in the trash. Guarantee you, like 95% of people do throw their batteries in the trash. Because the problem is a lot of it, we lack convenience. And that lack of convenience makes most things impossible to actually do proper. Like, the government doesn't really care enough. They just kind of like, oh, they intentionally make things not convenient so they can end up cutting funding to them. And then that funding goes nowhere. It just sits, and then they have money to do with whatever they want. It's great. It's not actually great, just to be clear. Not great. Hey, did y'all know I love Katamari? As I sit here listening to it. Yeah, no, this stage, I am very specifically picturing the stage where you roll down where there is the, it's not the specific one, but it's the one you get Twinkle in We Love Katamari. But it is it has the Christmas tree up at the top that Twinkle is on. It has the 3x3 wall of televisions. Shikao's in it in one of the later stages, but it's that specific region right before you get to the pool is like going through my mind. For me, having the soundtrack mostly on random does change a lot of that as well. There's a hole here, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way I've missed. Like, I thought I checked this and saw I didn't miss any. I like that from the aspect of gaming preservation, my name is now tied to Katamari Damacy. On Sound Resource, Sprider's Resource offshoot, I submitted a whole bunch of the kinetic map sounds, like the audio when you're in the level select for Once Upon a Katamari, and my name is tied to submitting those. Which is just a satisfying little, like, yay! There. It's where I get a lot of my video games. It's actually where I got the piano keys. Oh, but yeah, I wanted to show y'all because I had mentioned it, right? I think it was Door that clarified that this is just something that happens. But if we do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, this is just how, like, pianos work. But if you listen, apparently C just does that on pianos. Like, C is just lower. Like, I'm tone deaf, but even I could tell something was off there. But that's just how C works on piano. But it was funny because, like, I was having issues with it, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. And I sent it to Ellie, and Ellie went, no, that doesn't sound right. And Ellie was trying to figure out what was going on. It's like, my tuner stuff says it is, my programs say it is, but it sounds like it's an octave wrong. Like, the octave just sounds off by, like, 2. And Ellie and me were both trying to figure it out for, like, an hour, and then I think it was Door that came in and goes, no, that's just how pianos are. Like, oh. Weird. But yeah. Even Ellie the beat maker, gasp, did not know this. But it was funny. Like, Ellie even went through the process of using his MIDI keyboard and recording himself playing those notes and going, it sounds the same. I'm so confused. Like, yep. It's just funny to know that that is an intentional thing. Like, I would assume it's out of tune there, but apparently that is just, like, the intended way they go. Which, that would explain part of why they're out of tune, even though it's, like, time itself. But yeah. 9 p.m., I mean, if you're going to get 8 hours of sleep, you're going to wake up at about 5 or 6 in the morning. I don't think it's necessarily a bad time to sleep if you're tired, but you will wake up early. So take that as you will. Sorry, Mari. Eh. Yeah, you're probably recovering from the trip. You're just exhausted. That'll happen. Also, to everybody, I do know that this is not, like, the most exciting thing I could be doing right now, but I don't really have plans, and I just kind of wanted to yap with y'all. And I hope you don't mind the yap. Burr. Boop, boop, boop. I think I'm just missing that little spot up there as far as like that area goes. But yeah, you can see like there's little gaps in all of this, and I'm just trying to pick a side. I should be doing this side. This is the front of my base. This is the side everybody sees. Right? Like if I go out here, everybody, like I am the second furthest base to the west. Everybody's seeing me from this side. So I should focus on this side. As you can see, I did a quarter of that. My phone dinged. A dev just sent me a key for a fishing game. It looks cute. It looks cute. Let me save the code. Okay. Probably, Tyga. Oh God, my chair. Sorry. For those who don't know the saga of me and computer chairs, I think this is a culmination of things. So what I believe has happened in total is the other day I was reclined in my chair and I slipped slightly. I slipped while in the chair slightly. And what had happened is I ended up slamming my knee up into my desk and I broke part of my desk. That is essentially fixed, that part. But what I think happened is when I slipped, I think I slightly damaged the gas cylinder. That if I sit in the wrong angle, it'll suddenly leak and descend me all the way down. Which, not ideal for a chair, as I'm sure many of you know, especially if you're taller, or trying to have the seat all the way up, as I do. So, what has happened is every so often I will sit in my chair, and after a few hours, I'll hit that angle. It's about like 3.5 hours, I think, is about when it happens. I will just slowly descend a bunch. And it's really annoying. But I just realized how low my chair was. And I don't know when it sunk. I think I just lowered it last night because I was watching anime and I'm like, screw it, it's going to descend on me and I'd rather not get annoyed at it. But I'm not going to replace the canister because that can be like $40 to $60 depending. So on my throne, I added some metal brackets, though right now I'd rather people not buy things off my throne, either help me fund having to pay my PC bills or help me pay my regular bills instead. But I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, you know? But I want to get these metal rings, that you can use as spacers that'll just keep the chair from being able to descend. Because I always have my chair all the way up anyway. I'm not going to replace a gas canister to keep it at max height, right? Like you wouldn't expect like your dining room chair to be at a height other than max height. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. Is like I just want this at max height. I don't need it anywhere else. It's fine. But it's just like really annoying as somebody who is taller, who even worked to adjust the like when I set everything up for this new computer, I spent a bunch of time getting my monitor higher up so I would sit up straight and not be looking down and look straight at the monitor and things like that to help my posture. And now I'm stuck in a position where if my chair goes down, I end up looking upward, and it's like, ugh. This is also bad for the neck, you know? So, yeah. Hey, Cold. But yeah, no, that's why I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna add the daily, well, the per stream funding goal to help pay bills and show more where I'm at financially, and hopefully that'll help me feel a little more safe with everything. If not, it's not. Do dogs usually try to catch flies like cats do? Dogs, I think their general interest is not so much that it's a fly or anything. It's that it's a thing that they can attack, so they'll attack. It's not, like, much of a... It is comparable, I would say, to like, dogs have ADHD. They will very quickly become preoccupied with something and then suddenly not care anymore. So I don't think it's necessarily that they're trying to catch the fly, it's that they found a thing. It's probably annoying him. I'm always... The build guide is this weird thing for me. Because, like, I look at this and it's like, I don't have a problem with it being, like, this size of square. But it's like, would it be better for me if they were bigger? Smaller? Where do I want them? How do I want them? Who am I? Who is the cube? Who is anyone? Everyone are apples. Yeah, see, now, you know how I said bees don't, like, honeybees don't really sting, Tyga? If you try to eat a bee, it will sting you. Dogs tend to learn this the hard way. And it's not even an intentional sting. They in your mouth, there is a spiky thing. You will sting yourself as a dog on said bee. It is very funny to see dogs that have been bee stung in the mouth, though. Like, there are plenty of photos of very swollen dog schnozzes because of doing that. Blah 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 blah. I also want to point out, I did try to make Katamari music for my music thing, for the music redeem. Did not turn out very good. That requires more notes than I can easily supply. Or more music knowledge. Since you only get one track, basically. You can't stack, you can't do two notes at once, things like that. With what I've done, so. Nice pun, Tyga. Ah. Okay. I have a fan directly on me, and it's making me yawn. But it was also hot, so I wanted the fan directly on me. Regrets! Regrets. Meet, 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 meet. Beep, 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 beep. Lately in my Discord, at least between me and two of my friends, we have been jumping on the Blender train. And I need to open Blender again. We did for our marathon stream a month ago. We started working on a board game. Should open that back up and try and get more work on it. Because I do like the board game idea that we were working on. So what we're learning is that Taiga is actually a dog. Yep. I don't know. It sounded like you're a dog. What's the joke though? Foxes are dogs on cat hardware. Dog software running on cat hardware. We do 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 do. I would like to argue with that whole argument that otters are cats running on dog hardware. Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. Whoa! Random like spike. This is what I mean about me not having this fully optimized yet. There's still some things that are a bit wonk. I'm glad I can see my entire base. It feels weird not being able to see Fuji's though. I should do a quick like warp to everybody's base through the waystone. But yeah, I do want to get back to at least jumping on the Minecraft server weekly. Yeah, let's take a moment. Let's take a brief intermission from our block placement. Go over here, and we're just going to work our way down the list. Let's go to spawn. So this is the server spawn, way over here. Hello? We have a guest. But there's my base, way off in the distance, and you can see there's a bit of a gap here. But if we chill here for a while... I know there's a little odd to say, but if we chill here for a little... water there. If we chill here for a little while, you'll see the edge of what I'm loading, and then you'll see the server sending more, because you can see that kind of render line. So the server is letting us see a little bit further because of Voxy. And we have Voxy server, which is set to do, I think, 100 chunks. So this will help, but we'll just chill here for a little bit while it loads that way. But it'll slowly send the data over to me and update those chunks, since I'm missing all of them. I like the dragon egg just laying over there. Like, cool, that's where that belongs. I think if we go up, you can get a better idea of what's happening. Because it'll try to square things out. Yeah, it's starting over here. I think. because this angle looks more square. But Voxy will start trying to do these in a square. I just don't know where it's doing it. Can you dye leg hair with hair dye? I mean, in theory. There, you can see it start loading them in on the right. It's messing with that desert. And now it's going to go across to the left. So that's Voxy server slowly sending the data over to me. And now it's working its way around here. But it's really cool because like I don't have to technically load in those chunks. But if other players are building in those areas near me and they're kind of just out of distance, I'll see them. I mean, you're mostly going to end up dyeing your leg itself if you do that, Taiga, but you could do that. But yeah, our goal is not entirely to load this. So we are going to go to the next spot on our list, which I guess is the end portal. We'll get that sorted. I don't actually know where the end portal is compared to like everything else. Where are we at? Well, there's spawn and there's my base. Okay. Geode. Geode. Okay, that was that one. Then we'll go to Fuji's. So Fuji is my neighbor. Fuji's is right. Like, there's my base compared to Fuji's. Now, with Fuji's, we can do a lap around it because Fuji is on a mushroom island. So we'll just do a quick little lap here. That's Cowdyceps. Cowdyceps placement feels a bit weird now. Yeah, Fuji's got a big project underway. But,
everyone should really stretch their legs about now.
This is true. But he hasn't been on a bit, and I partially blame myself. I think it's one of those things where, as it is my SMP, if I'm not actively on, it feels weird. Like being on the server as another creator if you're not also available for it, you know? Like, I know I would be less active if the streamer running the thing wasn't streaming the game, you know? So I am trying to get back in the habit of this again. Especially as this is something I do pay for every month with money I don't really have. Wah. By the way, Ko-fi allows you to subscribe. I don't have any notifications up for it, but you can actually subscribe to my stream on Ko-fi and send whatever amount over to me via said subscription, which is really cool. So if you have like a planned amount you would like to support me over that way instead of doing direct ones or subs or gifts or things like that, that is something you can do. I don't usually use Ko-fi. I'm just kind of getting used to its ecosystem for things. Let's go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ow. So try and go around this base as much as we can. I just kind of generally want to map out. Yeah, see, I want to map out the whole island. I'm not after like a ton of detail or anything, but I would like to have the ability to kind of see the base, you know? Hey, emerald. No, that was copper. I thought it was emeralds. I saw the green. The scaffolding looked like glowberry vines, and I got very confused. Ah, knuckle itches. I'm okay. I didn't just canine gnaw my knuckle. Do 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 do. Are Twitch subs automatic or is it a manual thing? Gifted subs you have to do manually. Regular Twitch subs are automatic if you do them yourself. Prime subs are not automatic. Those must be manually done no matter what. And the important difference between like a Ko-fi subscription versus a Twitch subscription is Twitch takes 50%. Ko-fi, they don't take any. To my knowledge. Well, I don't think they take any for subs. PayPal transaction fees do happen though. But when you sub on Twitch, you get no ads and you get the emotes. So you choose your battles, right? You choose your battles. I'm not too focused on sub count per se. I'm more focused on things like just having people show up. Okay. So that, and I think that is technically connected visually. No, it's not, because otherwise I would see the, I mean, it will load that in. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a gap here. So you can manually toggle it off each time. So what you would do, you would have to do it every time you sub. You would have to do this, but you can sub and then cancel your sub immediately after. So you would subscribe and then you would go to, I believe it's your profile in the upper right on desktop and go to manual and then sub. But also, Taiga, you're normally a mobile viewer. If you were to sub, it is cheaper for you if you sub via the web browser rather than through the app itself. There's an upcharge. So if you're watching on mobile, you want to sub through the Twitch website, not the Twitch app, if you can, because that'll make it cheaper for you by like $1. There's little factors of all that, but yeah, so you can make it not auto renew. It's just as soon as you sub, go to your wallet and then subscriptions and then cancel the sub. You don't refund it, you just cancel it. And then it won't auto renew. But it'll still give you it for that month. I do that a lot. Like that is something I regularly do is I'll just go, yeah, I'm subscribing, but I don't want to auto renew. I wish they just let you pick don't auto renew when you would sign up directly, but apparently not. Okay, so we've gone to Fuji's. Let's go to Raxon's. Raxon hasn't been on other than like twice, so there's not going to be a lot to load here. Raxon is north of me in Fuji. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. See, ideally what I need is I need to get the world seed and then preload the world on my own end. Pre-authorized payments in the wallet app. No, not in the wallet app. You need to do it it's in the Twitch app. But But you're not set to auto do it right now. Let me see if I
Wait,
can
I
find
just
it.
woke up.
What are you all doing in my bedroom? Why were you watching me sleep?
My chair is slowly sinking again right now. You go to profile. So what you have to do is you would go through profile, and then in the upper left there's a settings gear, and then you click subscriptions there, and you would cancel the auto renew through that. Hello, pig. My chair has sunk. I feel very short now. And then we got Fox, who is south of me, southwest of me. I'm over that way. No, I'm over that way. No, I'm that way. There we go. There I am. Boop. We do need to take a moment to get up and stretch and run ads, though, because it has been a little bit. I promise y'all will not miss anything when we do this, but I do need to run those ads, turn them off for anybody who comes by. Hello, Gru. Yeah, I need to do this to turn off ads for anybody new that comes by, so please do bear with me. We'll only be gone for a little bit. I promise you won't miss anything. But be right back. Hello! We're back. Right on time. I did want to change something. Because I realized there's an oversight. Because I just did the new... I added the new goal widget, right? And the goal widget... Ideally, I only need 25 per stream in order for things to go well. But the problem is I know I'm not going to hit that. So I need to go under the assumption that I'm not going to hit that. So I'm changing it up to 50, which is higher, but I expect to not hit it. So if I do hit it, it's a whole back and forth. Hey, Dreamer. So I am upping that to 50. And then if I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. But then the streams I hit it will counter the other. It's a whole back and forth thing, right? I was thinking about that while I was away. Go to the Villager Trading Hall. Get that loaded in. Whee! Question mark? If you have a card connected to the wallet app on your phone, would that be like Apple Pay? Yes. I can't comment on Apple Pay specifically because I've never experienced Apple Pay. But if you're talking about using your phone to tap to pay, then yes. Apple Pay is a specific phone related one, so I don't have that. But the wallet app would work for everything, to my knowledge. Load Asmos, though Asmo hasn't been around. Just do a quick load. Don't need to load everything there. We'll go over to Avon's platform. Avon is very, 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 very far south of my base. I believe Avon is the furthest away from everybody. Ow! Hey, VJ. You can't see my base because of the weather, but my base is over there. Right? Yep. I think that's it right there. Do 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 do. Okay. After Avon, we have Bigby's. Amazing graffiti placement there. I believe that's Doors graffiti. So there's Spawn. There's Avon's that I can see now. Why was I not able to see my base, but I can see Avon's from here? Somia, I think it's a dog. I think that's a dog. I think I found Somia's. Oh. Gotcha. Wait, is that the beam? Is that the beacon beam? What's going on there? Is there something around the beacon beam? Or are they rendering really, really weirdly? I didn't know Distant Horizon showed beacon beams. That would give them an advantage over, that would give them an advantage over, over Voxy. I love Voxy, but I would really like to be able to see my beacon beams. Because each one of these has a beacon beam coming up off of it. CVV is the last 3 numbers on the back of your card, Taiga. That you should not share to anybody. But it is the last 3 numbers on the back. There's usually either 3 or 7, maybe 8 numbers on the back of your card, but the CVV is the last 3 of that. Card verification something? Yeah, it's security code. CVV and security code are the same thing. I don't think I've put beacons on all of these yet. Woo! Oh, I don't have, I don't have my, light stuff. Yeah, you're supposed to have a beacon. Where's your beacon? There it is. Why wasn't that loaded? And this one's got a beacon too. Why are my beacons not loading? Supposed to have a beacon. Yeah. I don't know if that one's loaded in now. But like that beacon, the beacon that was here is gone now. Why did yours load in? Like, that's what's got me confused. Yours was loaded in. Okay, now I can see the beam. Maybe, oh, the, I bet it's related to...
Amazing.
Thank you, Taiga.
Taiga eats everything. Just subscribe to us for another month.
That's 6 now.
I really appreciate that. I'm betting it's related because I noticed yours, Somya, on your base don't have blocks over them. And we have the mod that allows the pass-through, so the ones that aren't covered are working. Yeah. So if I wanted my beam to show with that, I would need that. I'm guessing yours isn't going to show from here, though. Because it's not Voxy, like Voxy doesn't show that. I'm going to have to keep that in mind for designing those towers, though, if I want them to look nicer. And now Taiga gets to learn how to turn off the auto renew. But yeah, I guess that makes sense because they're not gonna necessarily understand the mod. But I would like Voxy to enable it as well. But yeah, I would like all of those to show, but in order for that to work, I need the... I guess in theory, because of how easy it is to get beacons, though, I could just go and make more. beacons and place them on top of the towers as well. So actually, there's no reason for them to be below the tower, is there? Why did I put those below the tower? You can put anything there as long as it's not one of the keys, OBC. I use a period, but you can put anything. It just has to be its own separate word. So Tyga, you need to go on the mobile app, you click your icon to get to your own profile. And then in the upper left, there's settings, the settings gear. And then you'll go to subscriptions there and then click on my channel. And then I believe you turn it off through that. I don't subscribe via mobile, so I don't have the specifics on that. But, yeah. It's a very intense storm. Before I go and deal with that, I'm going to snooze. Take the long journey up to my bed. What? Oh, it ended. Yeah, cancel subscription. That is exactly what you want, Tyga. You're not refunding it, you're just canceling it. Basically saying, hey, I don't want to be subscribed. As in an actual subscription service. You're still subscribed for the month. You're just taking away the... You're taking away the auto-renew aspect of it. And it'll ask why, and you can just say financial reasons, other, none. Is all whatever. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, you're learning. Okay, so OBC, I'm gonna tell you something you forgot here. It's a redeem. I mean, everybody else keeps messing it up too. That's the problem. Everybody else keeps typing it. I like. Oh, maybe your better Twitch TV settings got messed up? I don't know. But not really anybody's redeemed it today. But yeah, it's a channel point redeem. Called Musical Musings. I do think that using the calf pint sitting... I recognize that. I swear I recognize that. But yeah, I want to move this beacon up. Near, okay. Okay, let's do this. I've forgotten something important to do this, and I'm a little annoyed with myself. There you go. Okay, let me do that. Do that. Now, the issue with how I did this is technically if I want to do this, I need to be one away. Here, we'll put it there. And then... But yeah, feel free to add any of the music that y'all make in general to the... I added a channel specifically to the Discord for people to submit their own musical musings and whatnot, so that way they can be shared, reused, all that fun stuff, and I put a handful in there. I don't think we've played the Lavender Town one yet that I put in there. Ooh, that's trippy. 32 notes. Okay, so that does include rests. I want to be clear here. I used the wrong... I'm going to have to come back anyway because I need fuel for the beacon, but... So there. Go. Oop. But yeah, I tried my best to label that in a way that people would be able to figure out. I'm gonna need a piece of purple glass for there. And I just need purple glass in general and fuel. So let us go back to storage. We'll grab a stack there. I should grab scaffold. Do I have scaffold in any of these? Not here. Hi, Mari. There. A little bit of iron. Don't need a ton, but 18 should be more than enough. And then we need to go and grab scaffold, which I think I just have it down here in one of these. Or am I actually low on scaffold? If I'm low on scaffold, I would be amazed. I think I'm actually low on scaffold. What? Like, the spots where I think scaffold would be, I don't see it. Yeah, no. That's shocking. And it kind of sucks because I don't have an auto bamboo thing yet. I don't have an auto bamboo, so... Oh, no, I do. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I had plenty. There it is. No, I had plenty. But thank you. It's like, I don't feel like I should be out of it. I made a ton. Ugh. Crap. Ow. Ow. Painful coughs. I choked on water. Yeah, I don't know at what range distance horizons will show. will show all of that, but also just really quick, do I have this set to? There we go. Yeah, that's good though. That's good though. You're starting to learn, Taiga. You're starting to learn. Awesome, Taiga. You've been getting really good at taking your iron. So bravo. Okay, so we go up here and we place that there. So now the beam outside is lit. Do that. And then we're gonna have to play. Oh. I didn't power the beacon. I mean, I don't need to power the beacon. It like still works without something in it, but actually, think about it. I don't actually want you powered, so this is fine. You are purely cosmetic. Whee! Oh, that's a lot of zombies. Woo! Lava chicken is way too easy to get as a disc for not being a good song. Oh my god. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Can you go lower, or is it just 1 is the lowest? No, you can go to -3. It mentions it, OBC, in its description. When you click on the channel point redeem, you can go. I think it's -2, and I think it's -2 and +4 is how far it goes. Technically, there's like a couple notes that have 5s, but I just did 2 and 4. I think it's -2, +4. No, that's why I put a space. That's why I think I changed it to say through, in order to avoid exactly that issue. You have any dinner ideas that I don't know that one. Any dinner ideas that I won't get food poisoning from making it by myself? I mean, as long as you cook it all the way through, you won't get food poisoning. So, I mean, there's always the easy answer of any pasta dishes. Like, pasta dishes are always always a good shout, I feel. Okay, that's going to be centered. I'm going to do that. guess I don't need to do that. I know where center is. So we go there. Go there. Go there. So center, center, there. There. And there. Now, why is that beam white? That one turned purple. Why is that one white? Like, I placed glass. So, food poisoning in general, Taiga, is going to be mostly caused by either food being left out. Okay, no, it's not supposed to be. It's just it's another Distant Horizons thing. Cool. It's mostly gonna be caused by food being left out left out, uncovered, and cooling for more than, I'm gonna say 2. 3 is the like legal limit here in the States, but food that's been sitting out too long is gonna be the main way to get food poisoning. That or undercooked meats are going to be a big part of it. A lot of times if people get it from vegetables and stuff, it's by mixing cutting boards that they use for meats on the veggies. So those are going to be your main causes of where you would possibly get any form of food poisoning from. So as long as you avoid those, you should be fine. That's why I'm saying, though, a safe one is always going to be pastas. You're very unlikely to get it from pasta on its own. But a big thing is just making sure that the food has been properly refrigerated. Yeah, it mostly comes down to just make sure the food you are after has been stored properly. Yeah, there's some a lot of them, like even the Black Parade one I did is supposed to be in an octave I don't have. It's supposed to be 1 octave higher than what I have. I think it was supposed to be at octave 5, and I put it at octave 4. Though I think technically speaking, I think G1 is actually like G2. I think they're all actually 1 higher. I think is the case, and I think it might just be a labeling issue with the files I have. Like, I think they're all labeled off slightly, and yeah. Boop. See, now it's purple. This one's just Where'd this one go? Hello? It's just gone. Hello? Would you like to come back? Thank you. I guess these platforms are probably going to be an issue in general just because of the way they're kind of placed. Yeah, that must be a newer Distant Horizons update. Because those used to not show either. But also knowing it's because I was doing through the pass-through blocks thing. And it's just not compatible with it. Helps. Whoop, 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 whoop. By the way, I appreciate y'all hanging today. It always does mean so much to have y'all come and hang out during my streams and and whatnot. That ending felt a bit weird. Or are you testing notes again? Hey, boy. I think it's funny for me to go, it felt weird, but I don't even actually know the actual song, but it feels like that wouldn't have been the setup on it. Hey, Fuss! I'm sorry, okay? Are you reading sheet music or chords? Actually, I think would be a fair question to this. I never set up a beacon on more of these. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm using I was using a guitar tab site to do a lot of it. People submitting their own guitar tabs and then translating those over. Probably Taiga, because you're kind of fending for yourself there. Do I have in one of these? I do. I have 11 beacons. We're going beacon placing, y'all. I'm gonna need more iron for this though. So. Go to our overlook. The beams look weird. They look like they're coming out of Fox's base. Oh, that's part of the issue. They're having shader conflicts with Voxy. Okay. Low angles will be fine. It's the high angles that are going to look a little odd. Okay, why aren't you loading? Why are you being a dick about this? That one loaded. Thank you. Nyom. Nyom. But yeah, it's a little like, okay, I do want to comment on my overlay thing again, separating the gold bars. It's a little busier than I'd like it to be. Ow. It's busier than I'd like it to be having 3 gold bars down there, but I do sadly think it's the best way I can convey them right now. I considered putting them up at the top. I don't know. They may get relocated. I just needed to have goals on my screen. To hopefully help talk about like, hey, I need some. That bar though, I've got in the wrong spot, don't I? Oop, I'm on the wrong screen. That sounded ominous. Boom, boom. See, now when I go back, I gotta figure out what I gotta. Is it F? Roll F? How did I actually Z? There we go. On Z. See, OBC gets to kind of cheat on this if he wants. He can just undo the note or refund it. But I'm sure he has more than enough points. Here we go. Ooh, those sounded good. Just comparing the notes, the G2 and G-2 and G-1 sound great. I love the bass to them. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Meh. Wee. Ba-ba-dum. 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 Yeah, I'm pleased with the notes being added. I think Black Parade turned out the best. Maybe it's because it's so simple. C is a weird one. I'm just gonna mention this again. C is a weird one. It sounds wrong, but it's not. I just have to remind myself that no, that is in fact what a C sounds like. I'm doing all of these wrong. When I build the spheres here on these, this is gonna suck. When I build the spheres on these, I've got to move all these platforms up one. Ah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to move all of these up one. But right now, I just want to get the beams going. And question this one for not loading. It's like Distant Horizons forgets the last one I'm at. There we go. Ah. All good, Taiga. Thank you again for the sub, and I hope you have a good one. I'm also, as a thing, I'm also contemplating maybe increasing my stream time schedule to have an hour more on both morning and night, but maybe changing things up. I don't know. Weird knowing you have a son now. How's it going, CJ? Actually, you more than anyone would probably love the new feature I added to my stream that OBC is toying with. Because it's music related. The thing I have zero talent in. But no, I programmed a thing, just the other day, yesterday, that allows chat to type in sheet music, and then it will play that music. It can't change the tempo. I do actually have, okay, I want to be clear here. I do have a method where I could change it to allow people to change the tempo. I'm not going to do it, but I could. I also have a way to change it to a bass guitar. Not going to do it. But I have that ability. Ow. Ow. Okay. Load in the beam. Bum, 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 bada, bum, 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 bada, bum. Okay, beam loaded. Wrong color. I don't understand this coloring thing that's going on here. Like, why are you that color, but you're that color? I guess they don't know the right color when they're partially loaded.
Urkimet, did you know that I appreciate you?
Oh. Mari, you just met him. You just met him. Just Mari immediately like, Mari, you're clingy. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! I mean, you can appreciate people you just met, but it's not often you tell the people you just met you appreciate them. Like, I'm not opposed to appreciating people you just met. I'm just saying, telling the person you just met you appreciate them, a little strange. Yep, it unloaded it again. It unloaded that one too. There's got to be some weird caching issue going on with those. Eh. Okay, and then I need to go up just a little higher, which actually I can do this. And place you. I wonder if the issue it's having is because I have this on it. Love the Katamari music. There was a TikTok I got, and it just said you have to get a full sleeve of the last game you played. And for me, it was I had just played Beautiful Katamari. I'm like, I'm down. Like I 100% would. Is it not just a render doesn't thing? Disney Horizons LEDs love to be the wrong color. I mean, that would explain the color, but the problem is they're not loading at all. Like I usually use Voxy, but I have Distant Horizons for the closer stuff, so I can get a little more detail out of the closer. Like Voxy lets me see thousands and like 1,000 chunks away, but like I mean, you can clearly see I can see forever. But Distant Horizons, the beams is not something I had set up before, so I'm actually just more trying to figure out why it's kind of being a butt about it. I should turn off the build guide. Yeah, I just want to get my the beams loaded in. Yeah. I mean that's part of why I prefer Voxy, especially Voxy on the server is great. Because Voxy, if you get a mod that somebody else made called Voxy Server, it'll actually share the Voxy information between other people who also have Voxy Server. Meaning, I can load chunk updates as long as I'm within enough chunks of the other player. I think I have it set to 100 chunks. As long as I'm within 100 chunks of the other player on the server, I can see the updates they do in fairly real time. It's not exact, but fairly real time. And so, like, if Fuji were on over at his base over there in the mushroom biome, I could see the changes from here. Maybe not from here, but from there. I don't really like Distant Horizons. It's better than Bobby for close-up details, but Voxy is definitely the one I go to for the much further range. Up we go. Up we go. Thank you. And then you. And boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop. And boop. Yeah, see, it skipped the one beam. I got that beam loaded. It skipped 2 of them now. I get missing this one, but it has skipped 2. So I'm gonna have to do I think I'll do a flyby. Flybys take a little bit longer for me because I am refusing to use rockets for this server, but... Can I make it over? Oh, this one I gave a beam. But this is where I did it at the bottom, and I shouldn't have done it at the bottom. I gotta make it. Eh! Eh, I slipped. I slipped! I could have taken a ghast. I entirely forgot about happy ghasts. That is such a valid point, Somya. That is such a valid point. I forgot happy ghast existed. I have not adapted to that information yet. Listen, I forgot about Monster Truck. I think that was their name. Hey, Gnome. Okay, there. There. Yes, I have a gas. I think it was Monster Truck. That's the wrong spot. I will have to double check, but I need to remember to get rid of the double beacon I've got going on here. Woo! Sploosh. Sploosh. Give me that. That. Boop. Oh, you know what? We'll go... We gotta... The fastest way is going to be going through the entrance. So we'll enter our base normally. Go in. Walk in. Let Lena Rain start playing. Go through here. And over there. To our incomplete hot air balloon. Do 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 do. I always find it funny that because this isn't just you that does this, but I always love when people say kiwi fruit because it feels like you're trying to clarify that you don't mean the bird. Whenever I hear kiwi fruit, my brain goes, just so I don't think you're talking about the bird. Got it. You know what I mean? Like instead of just eating kiwi, it's like, because I don't say like apple fruit or banana fruit, you know? But it's always kiwi fruit that people say. Coffee grinder. Sorry, your name was Coffee Grinder. Monster Truck was the alternate title I was going to give it. We need to fly back over to this one. World's slowest ghast. Technically faster if I get up to cloud level or if it were to start raining on this server, but those commands aren't working. Doo-doo-doo. Dun 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 dun. Oh, so this is for Urkamit / CJ. But I ripped an asset from Little Big Planet. And if you do the single channel point check-in, you might get it. But I ripped an asset and recolored it. I don't know if it'll happen. But if you haven't checked in, you should check in. And we'll see if we get it. It's only one channel point. Why did the map just pop up there? Nope, didn't get it. You got the My Little Pony squee. But there is a the bundle of the ball of flowers that exists. I have the ball of flowers get thrown. This takes a bit. Why is I didn't open that stream. Blah blah blah. Go faster. Boo 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 boo. Okay, it's loaded. See, this is all I wanted. I just wanted to load the beacon, but we're gonna keep it loaded, I guess, a little bit longer here, because it's definitely loading both the actual beacon and the fake one there. I mean, in my day, maybe Urkamit, but not as of late. No. Ugh. My gas is about to run out of energy. Need to let it rest. But no, I took the bundle of flowers that they have, and you can basically lob it at my face. It's named the Dodge Blossom, as I've dubbed it, but it because it used to be a dodgeball, and it replaced the dodgeball, but it does the bubble wrap, the large bubble wrap impact sound as well when it hits. But I took the textures, I recolored it to purple and pink to match the overlay and stuff. It's fun. But they're rare. They're like a 1 in 9 chance. So I think it's one. No, yeah, is it 1 in 9? I think it's 1 in 9. It's a 1 in 9 chance of being that. It's a 1 in 9 chance of slapping me. It's a 1 in 9 of petting Mari. And then the rest is squeeze sound. I think it's 1 in 9. I don't know. The odds are on the channel point redeem. But it's just a fun little thing. There it is. Ow. Yep, there it is. Nico got it. I might slow down the velocity on that, actually. It made more sense when I had it doing the dodgeball noise, but we're not doing that anymore. So let me turn that on there. Random. Dodge Blossom. Just gonna turn down the strength a bit. There we go. Okay, and we got this one. Now we gotta go to the next one. Happy gas are not fast. I don't know if this is faster or slower than what we were dealing with before. It feels slower. Like, it feels slower. But I don't know if it actually is. We need anime blur lines on the edge of the screen. Then we'll feel fast. Well, really, I think it's because we don't have as many obstacles. Like, we're not flying past anything, right? We're just flying over. OBC, just because you wear a lot of green doesn't mean you can do photosynthesis. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they are, but you're also in the air, so I'm not going up and down, and I don't have to do the climb. It's like a mix of random little bits, right? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. So I don't use rockets because I feel like when you use rockets, you stop properly exploring your own base. Gliding down is one thing, but to like understand the structure and movement of your own base when you're able to just fly past it, you don't consider how walkable your base is or how interesting it is for the things you go past because you just fly over it all. So unless you restrict yourself from it, you kind of ignore a lot of what the base is. Like, unless you're designing around rockets, you're not really getting the vibe of it all. Well, because that's especially when I wouldn't want to use them though. Like if I use them while building, I'm definitely going to be bypassing the times when I would want to see how it feels to actually like experience what I'm building. Like that aspect of being grounded and seeing how people who are exploring the base are going to see it is so vital during those times. And there's such a desire to kind of end up getting like stuck in that mindset of using them that it's hard to just not stop using them. I did not, Taiga. Did you check in the fridge? But like avoiding using them when you build and things like that means that when you create new floors, you have to you think about how they all feel there. Because you can build things on a grand scale, but you end up with a lot of gaps in the design or things don't feel walkable. I think one of the like references I can kind of do to this one is it Tango's City, right? On Hermitcraft. Tango has that giant city, but the city blocks were really far, like they all felt really long. There were long gaps between every building. There were long gaps between landmarks that you would see. There were these spaces where you were no longer really experiencing the base. You were just having this dead air between things. Um, which is also a result of it just being kind of too clean. Now, I didn't bring a lead, so I'm pretty sure this gas is going to try and escape. So this will be a pain in the butt. Oh, 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 can we do it from here?
Wait a minute. Did Ty Gates everything just say it was hammer time?
Nope, wrong thing.
Dance party. Now.
Dance party in chat. Need to go up just a little bit. Boop. Honestly, it's a good song for a dance party. The beacon beam's going up. Makes me happy. It looks a little absurd, but I love it. Barrel, 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 barrel. Y'all are nailing the dance party today. Let's go. Do 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 do. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when you got to deal with the timing too. Timing can make them very brutal to try and get right. I didn't bring enough of these for this. It's fine. Maybe a little annoying here. Bum ba da bum. There we go. No! Did it again. There we go. Finn having fun with the There we go. Shave and haircut. 2 bits. Shave and a haircut. 2 bits. Yeah, the timing's not going to be perfect on it, but is whatever. No, that beacon. See, this is the thing. It didn't keep the beacon. Yeah, the skulk is what I was low on. There's the beacon. You can get a little closer. Try and load up. There we go. Go there, and then this one's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to have to pay attention when I turn around. I have 4 left. The problem is there are 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6 left. So I don't actually have enough. It's fine. Let's head back towards the drop-off point. Oh, God, big stretch. See, it like you can tell the distant horizons range because that one just popped in. So I'm like right there, and then we're missing that one, which should pop in as we get closer as well. There we go. And we're missing one more. There it is. The example, actually, there's an example in the channel point redeem. That one is for Symphony number 5. Da 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 da. That was the example I put there for people. In the Discord, I have Megalovania, Welcome to the Black Parade, Lavender Town, and the Fairy Fountain theme from Zelda. Like, I just write, like, I've written different ones in there. Pizza sounds good. I will have a frozen pizza after the stream. Doo-ba-doo. Bam, 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 bam. Sandwich. Sandwich. The beacon beams are absolutely massive with distant horizons. I mean, they definitely work like that, though. New. Buizon! Come on. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in your parking spot. There we go. Boop-a-dee-ba-doo-boop-boo. There we go. Wow. I'm trapped here now. There we go. Boop-a-doo-boop-boop-ba-da-boop. I have an egg! You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Aww. But no, because I don't use rockets, I'm able to kind of get this better perspective on the shapes and feel of walking through my base. Because when you start spreading out entrances or you end up with things like too pre-planned, you end up with some oddities. I mean, 10 million fireflies does sound like it's unbelievable. Someone's withering. I wonder who it could be.
I just noticed something. Urkamet smells like honey.
I think you have honey stuck in your nose, Mari. Okay, let's go to storage. And we will go over here. I need to drop off some of the stuff I have. You go in there, you go in there, you go in there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Scooch goes back over. I don't know why I have a lead. There we go. Right? Mari is just... Mari's having moments.
You would not believe your pants if 10 million fire ants.
I would believe my pants. I would very, very aggressively believe my pants. You would not believe your pants if 10 million... Get out of your ball, Mari. There you are. Hello. Oh no, sorry. Big stretch, big stretch. Okay. Beautiful. Jesus. Thank you for the beacon. Oh, no, I am sore. I am achy. I need to take a shower. I need to eat. Ugh. So I think because we've been going for 3.5 hours. That's normally about the time we do, and I have not eaten today. I woke up a little later than I'd like to. I think we're gonna call it there. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. It has been fantastic seeing y'all. I do appreciate. I hit the wrong button again. Ah, I did this last night. I hit the wrong button. I'm still here. I'm still here. I've done this twice in a row now. I appreciate y'all a ton, though, and I thank y'all for hanging with me. Hope you all are taking care of yourself, feeling fantastic, feeling lovely. But I am going to send you away. I don't know where I'm sending you. I was supposed to have time to do this, but I don't have time to do this. I have to go through my list now. That thing's going to fade away after me doing this for so long. I'm just going to be confused. I'm going to send you all over to looking at my list. I am going to send you over to Let's Go Bug Storm. Storm and Froob are playing Splatoon, and y'all can go have fun there. See, I'm back on the screen now because it took me that long. There we go. I'm gonna send you over to Storm. So two wonderful friends are playing Splatoon right now. Go be lovely. Go be fantastic. Go be kind. And I will catch you all later tonight. I hope you all have a fantastic one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye. Push button. Hey, you get a second one. Look at that. You get a second one with a single flash frame, and I apologize for that. But huzzah! Huzzah.